This is no money, mo money. This little Lala's latest business venture went belly up. Now he can't even afford a monthly subscription. But he's determined to turn his luck around. With the few extra personal rules forcing me to craft and gather for my items and limiting access to advanced jobs, we're in for quite a ride as we complete everything in the Final Fantasy XIV free trial. I'm still in a system where I'm way over the top with leave allowances. I haven't overcapped just yet, but I'm going to soon. So the first part of this week's episode is just gonna be me running like a bunch of leaves. I'm probably gonna try and get that leave allowance down very far this week. And how much of that I'll show off? Probably not much, unless there's like achievements or some extra benefit that happens in the middle of it. So what may be just like a minute or two of watching me do some leave stuff for you guys will probably be like 3 hours of me running leaves on my end. I should also get rid of the items that are leave turn-in items. I picked up a lot of items that are used as leave turn-ins as like rewards from running different content. Sometimes these leaves, sometimes, you know, other things. And I've just been sort of dumping them in here, and some old gear that I crafted. I've just been like dumping them in here, but these like are all leave turn-ins, so I need to go figure out where those leaves are and turn them in. All the more region to leave for. That is 100 regional battlecraft leaves. See, this is why I like having an archer at 20 this early on, is the fact that I can just peloton. When I'm just running back and forth and back and forth and back and forth to these two people over and over and over again, I would absolutely end up in a situation where most of the time I would not have sprint up, because I'd be able to do this like 2 or 3 times in between each sprint, right? Think global quest local 5. 200 local tradecraft leave quests. That's good. On the payroll for cumulative total of 100,000 gil just from leave quests. Oh god. I'll like go through the list once, and all the ones I see as I'm going, I'll just go through them to sort of burn them off and get rid of the items. And then any of them that I still haven't gotten rid of by that point, I'll actually like look on an external site and see exactly which one, which leave and where it is that uses it. Ah, here we go. Finally found some stuff to spend my gil on. I can buy these orchestrions. I've already got these monocles. I could buy Giesel Greens super cheap, 36 gil each, but unfortunately the game had to give me a way to create them in-game through using gardening, which means now I have to do it that way, which is much more difficult. Oh, here's something else I can spend some gil on. Let's just take like 30 of them for now. Wow, that was super cheap. Huh. I'd almost want to take more of them because they're so cheap, but I don't really need them? Nope. No such luck. See, this one, the maple lumber is supposed to be level 1. It's supposed to be Gridania's Got Talent at level 1. And it's just not in here. So I'm just gonna get rid of that maple lumber because I'm not gonna... I refuse to, like, live the day-to-day of this character's life at the behest of frickin' guild leaves and their random RNGesus taking pity on me, finally. And that's it. That's everything in that list. All burned off, finally. Carpenter, level 46 as well. Alright. We are... I wanted to try doing a couple of dungeons, but they're post-30 dungeons. I'm still on a class instead of a job, and I'm not getting a job until I'm 50, until I'm done with 2.0. So, a couple of things. One, I'm a DPS. I don't like waiting around for DPS queues. Two, I don't want to pester randos with me just having my class and not having my job after level 30 in dungeons. And three, I don't want to deal with randos because I'm kind of tired of people helpfully, in the giantest quotation marks I've ever used, recommending that I get a job and stop just being an Arcanist. That being said, it seems like I won't be doing the made you a blurb for Garuda. That being said, it seems like I will not be doing Wind Came Out Your Butt. Oh god, man. It's time to get back to the MSQ. I have a dungeon to do in the MSQ. It's an MSQ dungeon, so it should have duty support. We're to part a word of caution. The Cravens who attempted to destroy House ᴂᴮᵈ have yet to be unmasked. The plans were foiled. They doubtless still harbor great hatred towards us, and towards you now as well. Should know Lord ᴂᴦᵈ's current whereabouts. I do love that multiple of the guards were like, I don't know, go to this person. I don't know, go to this person. And then you finally find someone who might be able to help you meet with Lord ᴂᴦᵈ, and they're like, you don't need an escort. You can just walk in and go, hi, ᴂᴦᵈ, with these letters. Come to Kothis to slay Garuda, Lady of the Vortex. To that end, we seek the Enterprise, the airship of Master ᴂᴦᵈ, who stands before you now. Master Garland, you're alive? That's impossible. Foreigners are not to be trusted. Can't we just follow this Inquisitor out into the wilderness somewhere and murder him in a way that doesn't look like it was done by us? I mean, that would solve all of our problems right quick. I think I see you. I didn't see you and the cook conspiring together. If you wish to buy my trust with a steak, it would be my pleasure to oblige you. If you wish to buy my trust with a steak, it'd be my pleasure to oblige you. Oh my lord, is that a dead Inquisitor's corpse? A dead Inquisitor's corpse murdered by dragons that looks exactly like Inquisitor ᴮᴁ? It couldn't be. It's like, we have to kind of undermine Ishgard, but we have to do it in order to secure the Enterprise. Dude, you had me at undermine Ishgard. You don't need to sell me anymore. Like, this entire place is so terrible. You had me at undermine Ishgard. And I deeply apologize. Permit me to enter the outpost, but first I must needs beg your assistance. Help me and my knights bring this infernal impostor to justice. Confront the Inquisitor. If he refuses to go quietly, we'll need to use force. You prepared for that eventuality. 120,000%. Yeah, I didn't remember House Durandare doing anything useful, but actually this time you spend here in Whitebrim Front, you actually do spend a bit of time with House Durandare, and they're kind of decent people. You just don't spend much more time with them anywhere else. I'm just gonna focus down ᴮᴁ. Huh. I have instant casts, idiot. Also, I wouldn't even need to move. They're doing cone gaze attacks. I could just stand there. There he is. There's our big, hideous boy. Bye, ᴮᴁ. Was not a pleasure knowing ya. See, we lost all of the other Durandare Knights, but they were all nameless, faceless nobodies anyway, so... Maybe I could have saved some of them if I fought some of the ads, but it doesn't matter. ᴂᴁ's the only one that really needs to survive. I guess we're about to find out. Duty Finder and Duty Support. Good. Duty Support. Let's go. Scion, Thaumaturge, Conjurer, and Marauder. Yeah, so these random fake Scions totally survive because they need to be your trusts for the rest of ARR anyway. So they totally survived. Yeah, I believe this is the one I'm thinking of. I'm pretty sure this is it. I don't even remember what Stone Vigil Heart is then. Let's go, boys. Does this one do swinge? I don't know that this guy has it. I know that a lot of them have it. He might. Not that it's all that difficult to deal with, even if he does. Just stay close. Yep, he definitely has swinge. Every time they walk off to the edge of the arena in the middle of the fight, it's like, yeah, they definitely use swinge. Because that's why they do it, is to get a big cone across the arena. Yep. Mapping Stone Vigil. Ah, the Enterprise. Amazing. Yeah, Stone Vigil's another one of those ones where going through with a person for the first time can be a little annoying because they have a full-blown cutscene here at the end. Huzzah! Let's go aboard. Just ignore the giant sleeping dragon. Sure that won't lead to any problems whatsoever. Of course, I mean, that's how you avoid the dragons in Eureka as well, is you just walk.
Pathetic.
Pathetic. What'd you expect from an Ascian? It's literally in their name. And I'll waste this one. This one's getting wasted because he left. Oh wow, that Scion Conjurer took it right on the face. I don't know what happened to you, dude. But he ate that one. We got no healer now. I guess I'm the healer now? That's stupid. That's a bad idea. Oh, wait. I'm an idiot. I'm an off-reser. Good, that'll give me enough time to do this. I'm stupid. I'm a freaking Arcanist. I have a res. Doi. Couldn't even get it. I was trying to hold off for the LB to see if I could LB him with a 2. By the time we charged it up to 2, he had like 3 hits left. Couldn't even get the LB off. Oh, he's the one who gives you the other crystal. Seriously? I didn't think some random dragon at the end of a dungeon was the one who gave you that other crystal. I was wondering why I couldn't put in my mind where that other crystal came from. And that's why, because it's like, that's such a weird place to get it from. Why the others rated you so highly? You are caught in the midst of the etheric bubble with the dragon. I was all but certain my next mission would be to find a new champion. Thanks, ᴂᴜᵈ. You propose to use the properties of a crystal to alter the elemental aspect of the barrier. Seems so childishly simple in retrospect. Sure, pal. Yeah, not to you. Thanks, ᴂᴜᵈ. That's what you end up wanting to do basically all throughout ARR. Let me just get out my step stool so I can slap an elf every time ᴂᴜᵈ talks. I suppose you will be bombarded with its energies until you place it within the vessel. The process will motivate you to work quickly. In any case, take the pot to Hahasako, a student of mine monitoring the flow of ether at High Bridge. Oh, Frabjus J. Kalu Kalay! You read way too much Alice in Wonderland, dude. I should be chosen to guide this man. Because I, Hahasako, greatest of Professor Lamberton's pupils, and it tells me that not but a perfect peace will satisfy your high standards. In which case you must needs descend to the deepest depths amidst the flowing waters and the murderous mere knights. How many times do I have to click on the same thing before you target it? There we go. Corrupted crystal overflowing with wind-aspected ether. Remind me, for what purpose did you intend to use this crystal again? What? To breach a barrier comprised of wind-aspected ether? Oh dear, that may prove problematic. This crystal would only serve to strengthen the barrier. It was Western Lenotia, Pharaoh Sirius on the Isles of Umbra. Oh my god, Pharaoh Sirius. I don't recall her exact reasoning. Something to do with one of Dalamud's talons or some such nonsense. What I can say for certain is that she is still in Aleport attempting to gain access to the Isles. And Sienna, greatest of Professor's pupils. Yep, I've maxed out my money now. I'm at 300k. Look forward to hearing the discoveries you will make on the Isles of Umbra without me. Yep, without me. No desire to journey to the Isles of Umbra. Follows my witness, if you leave me behind to be devoured by some horrid abomination, I shall come back to haunt you. Make you a deal. Help me unravel this mystery and I'll bring you your corrupted crystal. In fact, I'll begin searching for one that satisfies your requirements. Just about to pass out. Alright, you hear that? Sir. Shouldn't you not be able to hear her if you have earplugs in? Oh, out over the water. She comes, Nishit. She come. Quick, lad, shove them plugs in your ears and get ready for a fight. As soon as you realize you're deaf to her ditty, she'll call on her thralls and we'll be up to our necks in corpses before you know it. Oh man, these guys are pathetic. I ain't listening, lady. Your song's boring. Not interested. It ain't open mic night here tonight, lady. Piss off. Oh, that's a captain. I need to take down the little guys that I can take out in just 1 or 2 hits first. It's annoying. These dumb bubbles that'll like home in on you. Oh well, doesn't matter. Took down the captain. I win. Applause! Applause! Anyway, I have something for you. The corrupted crystal you wanted. Safely sealed within the pot, just as you requested. Please take it with my compliments. Oh, cool. We actually got to skip Pharaoh Sirius. Good. You are alive, aren't you? Nope. Not alive. I definitely died out there. And just came back to haunt you, Sienna. Congratulations. Seldom, if ever, have I encountered a corrupted crystal composed of such a volatile overabundance of fire-aspected ether. You wanted a corrupted crystal composed of ice ether to counteract the effects of a raging wind. Well, this specimen won't help you there. Anyone who knows anything about the elements could tell you that. You'll just have to keep looking, I suppose. Could you idiots figure it out yourselves already and stop leading me around in circles? I forgot that the stupid professor and his stupid interns led you on like 3 wild freaking goose chases for nothing before they finally got you what you needed. Sienna informed me of your adventures in Aleport. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. As Professor ᴑᴜᵃ is fond of saying, no action taken in the name of science is ever truly wasteful. Place this true heart, I shall save the story of the origin of its unusual name for another occasion, outside of the Spriggan's lair and wait for an opportune moment to pounce. Crystal Bearer. Let's just get out of the way of that golem completely. Crap, another one came out of the friggin' side walls here. And this game really wants me to be surrounded by stuff that's just, like, randomly pointing itself at me. Let's just get out of here. Let's just get out of here as quick as we can. Head and tell me this is the right crystal. If you don't, I'm gonna beat you with this crystal. So ᴂᴦᵈ, finally obtained the corrupted earth crystal you sought, one overflowing with earth aspected ether. I am going to beat you to death with this crystal. Calm down, it's comprised of aspected ether. I am going to beat all 3 of ᴬᵃᵃ students to death with these crystals. Through the gate 5. That's it. I've hit 50. Yeah, I really do need a 50 set then. A 50 set of everything. Because I'm using some gear. Most of my stuff's around 40. I'm using some that's still in the 30s. So I'm going to need a 50 set by next week. Back to this. That's enough of my morning clothes. Now it's back to my adventurer clothes. It's only fair to tell you that there's a small but statistically significant chance that the crystal could trigger a massive... mayhap it's better if we remain positive. It's odd that ᴵᴇ chose to get drunk during our flight, especially considering he doesn't seem to get drunk at any other point in the game. Yeah, like this scene. Which, like, never truly gets explained and amounts to nothing. Because it's not like we ever actually do this at any point. So it's some weird thing that just happened that we had no say in, that just suddenly happened at some point to him. And nothing ever comes from it. Other than, here, have some glasses.
ᴂᴦᵈ, my boy. Sorry to have been such a...
ᴂᴦᵈ, my boy. Maybe I should just call him that for the rest of ARR while he's a cocky little bastard. ᴂᴦᵈ, my boy.
Everything.
Okay, so he just remember everything right there.
My name, my people, and my purpose. Everything. Come. It would be rude to keep Garuda waiting.
Huzzah! And then he took a little too steep of a dive and the potato rolled right off the edge of the Enterprise. Fell right into Garuda's blender and became diced potatoes. Howling eye. Duty finder and duty support. Here we are. But for now, let's go blow wind with Garuda. Pass gas. Blow wind. Whatever else we come up with. She's huge. That's one big lady. That's one big bird lady. Oh, yeah. I forgot they kidnapped members of the other beast tribes. It raises the question, what does Sid do to fight? But I don't think we ever see Sid in just a standing on his own 2 feet fighting thing. Is he literally just pull out his hammer as a blacksmith and just start bashing on people? Because I know Mandervilles can get away with that, but Sid maybe not so much. Sid's the mechanist version of a pictomancer. He pulls out his hammer, it becomes huge, and then he bonks people in the head with it. He just doesn't paint at all. Ah, the Garuda music. That one's a lot of fun. Shoo. Let's keep her away from those rocks. It's not such a big deal until you get to extreme, but I'll still just keep her away from the rocks for the most part. Oh, there she goes again. The reckoning comes. Ow, that didn't help much at all. Boom! I actually finished her with an LB, huh? That's impressive. Dare to raise your hand against me. You shall be the first to pay for your sins. Your death with your life. You will serve me. You can't temper me. It's impossible for you to temper me. I'm protected. You should be mine. Nope. Surprise, lady. I love how, like, in this one instance, not only does it protect you from tempering, but it actually counterattacks the person who tried to temper you. You'd, like, never see that again. Like, sure, it protects you from primal influence, but I think this is the only time in the entire game where it actually hits her back when she tries it. And, like, steals the crystal from her. And there we go. A full blessing of light. Sort of. There's more to it after this, but we managed to fill it up with these 6.
O Lady of the Vortex, O mighty Garuda. Of all primals, the most terrible, I say again, is that all?
Is that all? Is that all? Insolent mortal! I shall make you suffer!
Our Lord of the Inferno Almighty Ifrit, grant us succor in our hour of need.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Save us, Titan, Lord of Crime.
You're torturing these other tribes, and you have a bunch of crystals nearby, so, you know.
No, this is all wrong.
Stop gawping, boy. We
Yeah,
must
it's like,
run.
shut up, Alphanod. Alphanod, my boy. There it is.
Bear witness to the glory of the Empire.
For those who don't already know the extra challenges that I put in place for myself and why I'm not a summoner or a scholar yet, I do have, like, class locks, like job locks, in place for a little extra challenge in this playthrough, and that's the first one right there. I can't get my first job until after I beat Ultima.
It is you who will suffer, Garuda. Ancient Alec had ways of dealing with your kind. Now, look on their ultimate weapon, Icon, and despair.
Wow, that amounted to nothing.
No!
magnificent. It exceeds all expectation.
Like, the whole of their plan is, let's just use Allegan crap we dug up. They seem to handle this really well, so we'll just borrow from them. Which tends to be Garlemald's plan more often than not.
It grows more powerful. A marvel, is it not?
Huzzah! And all you idiots ever did with it was consume 3 primals.
Damn it, guys. Where in the 7 hells did you find that thing?
Alleg. Alright, look, guys. I'm not saying it was Allegan's, but it was Allegan's. Alright? It's always Allegan's.
Let us make for Vesper Bay. We shall rebuild the Scions.
Let's go back to the place they destroyed and rebuild the Scions. In the place they destroyed. I'm sure that's a brilliant idea, ᴂᴦᵈ, me boy. I can't help it. Because of how much of a jackass ᴂᴦᵈ is for, like, the whole of ARR. I just really want to keep calling him ᴂᴦᵈ, me boy, like Sid did. He didn't even say that. I know he said ᴂᴦᵈ, my boy, but me boy just sounds even more, like, disrespectful to him. ᴂᴦᵈ, me boy. But they're not going to stop with, Three-Wing Knight? Main scenario, Lady of the Vortex. Okay, that's all it was. Alright. That's gonna be enough for this week. And that is where I'm gonna go ahead and call it.